All right. Hello, YouTubers, and welcome to the reopening of the dojo. And today I have with me Sensei Flip.
How you do?
Good to have you on, man. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And also Shellback. Well, Sensei Shellback.
Hadouken.
I think he's in the bathroom.
Thank you for coming on, man.
No, if I was in the bathroom, it would have been like, oh, Hadouken. I'm sorry. Was that TMI? Was that TMI? I'm sorry.
Good one.
Oh man.
I'm a pooping.
We'll be like, you can do it.
Oh man. So we are still waiting to see if Sensei ATDAWN will be joining us. But for now, we are going to carry on with the show. So, guys, have you heard anything about the upcoming season of Cobra Kai?
I haven't heard anything. In fact, like I woke up this morning thinking, God, I wonder if I missed it. You know, these guys are maybe they've already seen it, and I'm going to be the guy who hadn't watched it. So, no, I haven't heard about a trailer either.
So, well, I was on the other day, and I mean, maybe they just kind of have a little bit of a name in common, because I don't think it's the same person. Because I haven't actually had time to watch any of his videos. But there's a well, you guys know of Star Wars Theory, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, which somebody like that comes along, and like you see somebody else, with like theory in their name or something like that, it just kind of makes you automatically think of that one person. But like I said, I don't think it's the same person. But anyway, there's a YouTube channel called Cobra Kai Theory, and like I said, I haven't had time to watch the videos.
You're right. I saw that Shellback.
But one of the last ones I saw advertised were, and I apologize if there's any background noise, because I'm in a common area. So, but anyway, I saw one of the little thumbnails or whatever, and it was talking about is Allie Mills is Allie Mills gonna is it Mills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, is Allie gonna come back and save Miguel? And so, which I've heard rumors or whatnot, and the way that the way the show ended last season, or at least one of the episodes. I'm not sure if it was the last episode or not, because I've actually been going through and trying to rewatch the second season, and I think I'm on episode 6 or something, so I only have like 3 or 4 more left. But anyway, when Johnny, when Johnny leaves the Challenger at the beach and throws his phone, into the sand or whatever, and then you see that message from Allie, that Allie had friended him or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's I think it's pretty much a given, or I mean, it's a I'd say it's a reliable rumor, that we're gonna see Allie in season 3. Because she's if I remember right, she's like some sort of a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would tie right in, you know. I mean, she she like, you know, like she gets a hold of Johnny, or Johnny, you know, Johnny's like, shit, I need to make a phone call or something, you know, and he goes back, he goes back and he gets his damn phone, or something, you know, and then he sees um, Allie's message, and he talks to Allie, and you know, it's like, yeah, this happened and this happened, and then next thing um, you know, Dr. Allie shows up at the hospital and performs some surgery on Miguel, and he's back in action to kick some more ass for season 3.
I heard she was a Botox injection nurse.
Well,
Maybe, or the leader
I
of a
mean,
evil corporation hell bent on making heroes the new military superpower. Have you seen
okay.
Shellback? Have you seen at least a commercial with her? Yeah, yeah.
I mean, honestly, I haven't really had a whole lot of time to like look. You know, like I said, I've uh, I've been you know, replaying. I've been replaying season 2, but you know, it's been like late at night and just before bedtime and stuff. And but yeah, I mean, between you know, this college thing that I'm trying to do and other stuff, I just, you know, I haven't had a um, really haven't had a chance to review any um, videos or commercials, you know, about it.
Are you teaching college?
Teaching? No, I'm a student.
Oh, okay. Then when it comes to the commercials I was talking about, it was for a show called The Boys, where Elizabeth Shue, Allie Mills, yeah, she's in, and I didn't know because she looks really good, completely good for her age. I mean, she looks good.
Yeah.
Period, man.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And she's acting. Clearly, she's up in the acting. Oh, and I don't want to spoil it for you, but I think if you've been watching The Boys, which it sounds like you guys haven't,
no.
she's available. She's available for work. I'll just say that. Yeah.
I mean, I've heard that The Boys is like an excellent show.
Oh man.
Yeah. There's some agenda in there. I promise you that. But it doesn't shove it down your throat in ways like movies with stars and wars have lately, or movies with Marvel in it or captains. But yeah, no, it's otherwise a really decently written show, well acted. Yeah, not a lot of hi-ya, but you know, superheroes acting like belligerent a-holes. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just know. I mean, like all I've seen is like little snippets, and I mean, I don't want to get off like on a tangent for a different show, but I mean, the one video I saw where where Carl Urban is walking through this place holding a baby that is shooting laser beams out of its eyes.
Yeah. It's awesome. That's just one scene, man. Trust me, there's others like it that you're gonna be like, "What the?"
I haven't seen that. I have to look that up. That sounds awesome.
You will like it. Mr. Rant. It's good. No, it really is good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I said I saw like the first 10 minutes or so. I got to see Anthony Mackie's character, the speedster.
Mm-hmm.
do what he did in the very beginning. I don't want to spoil it for Shellback. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, this show's like this. I'm gonna have to be able to sit here and watch it,
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I started watching One Piece and all that, and I've just been watching a lot of anime. I need to get back into regular TV shows for a little bit.
Anime's good though. You've been watching that new one, right? God, I can't remember the name of it.
I've been watching quite a few new ones.
Oh, that one you did a video on a few weeks back or month. You remember I said, "What's the name of that?" It's cool. Remember I commented all that.
Oh yeah, One Piece.
One Piece. Yeah. If I could just One Piece. Huh?
I'm somewhat caught up with it. They came out with a few episodes that I'm dying to watch, but I'm not going to do it to myself again. I'm going to let the show finish this time.
Okay.
Because, I want to be able to binge watch it and know that I finished it,
Oh, yeah.
Right now, they're at episode 919.
It's like the dojo's lost without Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
We need it back. It has to save us.
We honestly do need it back. I mean, they really do mesh. They meshed everything together so perfectly. I mean, if you're a fan of the movies, you're gonna be a fan of this.
Right.
Have we ever talked to anyone that doesn't like Cobra Kai that was a fan of Karate Kid?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. I mean, especially being like like a Star Wars, person and stuff. And I mean, if Disney Lucasfilm would have handled the sequel trilogy like the Ralph Macchio, William Zabka, and any of the other producer type people that are involved with Cobra Kai, if they would have handled Star Wars like they've handled Cobra Kai, I mean, I mean, there'd probably be a lot of these YouTube channels that wouldn't have a whole lot of stuff to talk about, or not as much, instead of griping at each other, we'd be having more positive conversations, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true. There would be no geeks and gamers.
Yeah. Well, no, there would be.
Well, yeah, but it wouldn't be as big as it is, right?
I don't know. I mean, but I don't know. It's who knows.
Well, in that respect, I mean, if all of this, freaking, gender and PC nonsense goes away, perhaps they would have to switch to something else. But I'm sure that they know what they're doing at this point. And it's not always been like every day, every month of the year, Star Wars has been an issue. I mean, for a while there, Captain Marvel dominated the news, at least in our circle.
Oh, yeah.
So there's probably always going to be something stupid that somebody does out there that, geeks and gamers can rip to shreds, and we can completely enjoy them doing it.
Yeah. That's my thoughts.
But on the other hand, man, I miss that Karate Kid. And you're right. If they'd have done Star Wars like that with, some sort of non-agenda, really thought the story out, etc. I mean, sure, it would have been completely amazing, I'm sure. Well, I say I'm sure, but I assume, you're right there.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So I'm hearing these theories that, you've got Star Wars Theory, Shellback. You were just mentioning this a minute ago, that they've turned and done another channel called Cobra Kai Theory.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same ones or not. Like I said, I haven't had the time to actually watch a Cobra Kai Theory video to know if it's the same people or not.
I think it is. He has the guy that talks has a similar voice to Star Wars Theory.
I think it's the same guy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And
I'm
as for
I'm
Ali
actually
coming
gonna.
back, I'm pretty sure she is. I watched this channel Fighting Flicks. I've mentioned them a few times in a couple of videos. He the last video he put out, he said that Ali is more than likely coming back. It's pretty much a definite. Just that we don't know what her role is actually going to be, and we might get Terry Silver in here.
Oh yeah.
I really want Terry Silver to come back.
I've heard rumors. I've heard Terry Silver rumors too.
Yeah.
And Mike Barnes.
Yeah, they had said Chosen, the guy that Daniel fought in Karate Kid 2, that they didn't want him back or something like that. I don't know.
He's just got this complex, the personality complex, where he thinks he's the chosen one. His name is Cho Zen. I mean, come on. A little bit of a complex there, buddy.
Yeah, I'd say. But like, it would be awesome to get those two back at least. Terry Silver and Mike Barnes. Like, I would love to see these kids get put through the Quicksilver training method. You guys remember that from Karate Kid 3?
Yeah, yeah.
That was brutal, man.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to take a shower.
Oh, that training method is so brutal. I mean, look, what were they, like 2x4s or something like that? Oh man.
No, they were more like 1x4s. They weren't but like an inch thick.
That training with him was like going to the dark side. Remember that much. I was like, oh, it's like going to the dark side. He's got more power.
I know for sure that he would make Hawk even more of a badass. I know that much. I think Hawk would actually learn how to fight better if Terry was there, because, I mean, Kreese, he is a good sensei, but I feel like Terry has more of an actual technique to the Cobra Kai fighting style than Kreese does, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think he's more technical about it. Kreese is more about, you know, striking hard and making sure that they go down. If they don't, he's going to strike again.
Well, you bring up a good point a moment ago. What will Elizabeth Shue do? What will Ali be like when she comes back? You don't know what she might do. Well, it seems to me that all the characters, tell me if I'm wrong, but every single character on Cobra Kai is fighting. Literally fisticuffs. They're and I think she may have learned how to be a black belt nurse by now, so she can beat your ass and then clean you up.
She's going to fight Danny's wife. She's going to fight Danny's wife.
Oh, that'd be hot. I mean, great. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Do not objectify women, Flip.
My bad.
Respect women.
I can't say that. Okay.
Hold on. I have to excuse myself now. Hold on.
I know. I'm so disgusted. I'm turning off my camera.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
He's back.
You don't have like a avatar pic? Like you just turned into a big white nipple.
Hey, don't complain about my big white nipple, man.
Yeah, well,
Oh, I never set that up, honestly. I honestly forgot that I didn't even have a pic for it.
It's because you got the happening dojo background, so I get it.
Yeah, that's true. Welcome to the dojo. It's very serene. Don't worry about what that bushery is. It's definitely for herbal uses. Don't worry. It's okay.
Oh, right.
bushery.
It's in bloom.
You just made me think of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. A shrubbery.
But at Rance Dojo, it's the butchery.
Yeah, the bushery. The 1970s bushery.
Oh, God. Woo!
Oh, man.
rough area.
I'm sorry. Did
Well, I
did
know
I
in
just say that
Massachusetts
out?
back then they called that the beaver.
Yeah, did I just say that out loud?
You need a freaking machete to get out of that area.
That was some real strange, if you know what I mean. I know some of the lingo. I may not be in that time. I know some of it.
Woo!
Let the good times roll, right?
In the butchery.
That's right, in the butchery. I wish I could shrink and I'd pretend to run over there.
That would be cool. We need a GoFundMe so that we can make Ranch shrink and go into the effects area.
If I'm getting a GoFundMe, it's to get a robot arm, okay?
That's cool.
Oh, man. I did come up with that idea, but, you know, my wife kind of yelled at me for it, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
They,
I guess I gotta wait for it to happen by accident.
I can't think of the name of the company, but they do have like at least this this one company that makes like robotic, like what am I, prosthetics. Yeah. They make like these robotic prosthetics or whatever, and like they put skins on them or whatever that make them look like Iron Man or whatever. But
I don't mind to look just like either. See, it's hard to choose Anakin or Luke's.
I like Anakin's better, I think.
Well, wait. Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith?
Actually, Luke's grumpy freaking get off my lawn Jake Skywalker. His hand when it's au natural reminded me of Terminator.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because it wasn't all extra robotic. It looked like flesh and stuff. That's right. That's right.
Well, no, I'm talking about in the sequel trilogy. When he's on Octu.
Oh yeah.
His all of the flesh or whatever is off of it. It's just the robot hand.
Yeah, I like that. And there's any number of studios that have done a Terminator movie. Like, holy crap! I watched the history of Terminator, and there's been like 4 or 5 studios that have done it. So it might have been like, hey, we've got this extra robotic hand over here. What the fuck you want to do with it? Oh, we can use it for Grumpy Luke. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, bring it over here.
My wife was using it because
Lucasfilm
on the rocks, but I can get it back from her.
Oh man. So let's get back to Cobra Kai. So Shellback, where exactly are you in the second season?
I've rewatched like the first 6 episodes, 5 or 6. I'm on episode 6 or 7, I think. From read watching them. I mean, I've on my freshen up. Yeah.
All right. Do you remember what happens with Miguel at the end of the season?
Yeah, he's in the freaking hospital. Yeah.
Well, I'm asking just so I could say this theory that channel Fight and Flicks came up with. They are saying that he could possibly be blind from when he fell because he hit, like right here, like somewhere right around here on the stairs. And, that could cause blindness. So he's thinking maybe he'll be blind. Yeah. Like go with ancient, Japanese samurai, like blind samurai, obviously.
That would be cool.
I know, right? I was thinking maybe he would go to Okinawa with them. Wait, there's 2 Shellbacks here. Look, guys, we have 2 Shellbacks.
Now there are 2 of them.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa. That sounded cool.
Now there are two of them.
I switched from my phone to my laptop.
That's one of the many techniques that Sensei Shellback can teach you.
It's like a special needs Newt Gunray.
Yeah.
No, there are two of them.
Oh man. So, if like, what do you think is going to happen with Miguel? No matter what, like when he gets back on his feet and he's fighting again, like who do you think he's gonna try to fight first? You think it'll be Robbie or maybe Kreese or something like that?
I honestly don't know. I think it's gonna. I don't know. I think it's gonna change the dynamic, for sure. I don't know. I really don't know.
It's really hard to think of like what will Miguel do at this point. Yeah,
I mean, obviously he's gonna be out of commission for a little while, for recovering. And when the lights got turned out, Cobra Kai, like Johnny Lawrence was still his sensei, and now, Johnny's been ousted by Kreese.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that Miguel has a sense of loyalty to Johnny. Either and even though Robbie is kind of like his nemesis or whatever, the way they left it, it's like, Robbie and Johnny have kind of reunited, as father and son.
Yeah.
So, I think we're gonna see them actually, develop their relationship, and so I think that. I think because of that, because Robbie and Johnny have, got thrust back into each other, and that Miguel's admiration and loyalty to Johnny, I can see season 3 being like the season where Miguel and Robbie actually become friends, and I think that I think that Robbie, Miguel, and Johnny somehow will end up joining team, joining forces with Daniel.
Then who will Johnny have?
What's that?
Well, because Terry Silver's character will be with that old dude. I can't remember his name. John. What's his name?
Kreese.
Kreese, yeah.
John Kreese.
John Kreese. So Terry Silver, John Kreese will be, forming their union, and they'll have Cobra Kai. And
Mike Barnes.
Huh?
and Mike Barnes.
Yeah, I think
Mike Barnes.
I've heard that rumor that he's one of the possibles for showing back up. So I mean, we've got the possibility of Allie, which I think there's I think that's a pretty solid rumor that Allie's going to come back and have some sort of part in Miguel's recovery. And then we've got the possibility of Terry Silver coming back to co sensei for Cobra Kai, and then I don't know. I don't know how I don't know what capacity they would bring Mike Barnes back in, but him, he played a pretty good a-hole of a character. So, and like another one that I would like to see show back up is one of the old school Cobra Kais that we didn't get to see when Tommy died, and that's Dutch. Yeah, because they referenced him. They talked about him. Because he was one of the pack. They that was their circle.
Yeah.
But they talked about him still being in Lompoc. Which is I don't know if it's a state or federal prison. But he's apparently he was a bad boy, and ended up behind bars. So it'd be interesting to see like him come back and see like which side of the which fork in the road he would take.
Kreese.
Would he follow his old sensei John Kreese, or would he follow his friend Johnny Lawrence?
I mean, it would be nice to have him on Johnny's side because it would be a 3-on-3 fight. Johnny would fight Kreese, Danny maybe will fight. I think he would fight Mike Barnes and then have Dutch fight Terry Silver maybe, or maybe
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe Danny fight Terry Silver and will fight Mike Barnes, something like that maybe.
I don't know. I mean, the way they've been going, it seems like everybody kind of takes a shot at everybody else at some point, But
I mean, Mike Barnes can come back saying, I want my money or something like that. I mean, then again, he did lose that fight no matter what. So, but he can still come back just to stir up trouble.
Well, I mean, and a money aspect. I mean, Terry Silver was the money man.
Yeah.
If anybody was,
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, all of the characters at this point are in some sort of broken situation, and there's a lot of storylines that need to be continued.
Oh yeah.
Like Johnny Lawrence and John Kreese, that whole situation where Martin Cove or whatever his name is, Kreese needs to he's starting that no mercy credo all over again.
Yeah.
So they got to work that out. Then Robbie's missing. Is it Robbie that's missing? Yeah. And then
no, Robbie's not missing.
Robbie ran away right after he busted Miguel up.
No, Robbie is with Johnny now. I mean, that's because Daniel basically pretty much kicked him out of their house. So he showed back up at Johnny's apartment.
No. Like at the very last episode of season 2, he ran away from the hospital, and that's it. That's all you know, right? I mean, isn't that the last you saw of him?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I was rewatching the second season, and
You're not there yet.
I'm not there yet.
Well, spoiler alert. Sorry, my bad, man.
Yeah. No. I mean, like I said, I'm rewatching it, so it's not like I haven't seen it before.
Okay.
So,
but they're supposed to at some point go to Okinawa. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard those rumors too. But
I wonder if it's going to be the guy that Mr. Miyagi was supposed to fight.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna go talk to.
Jesus, dude, he'd be like ancient now, man. He was pretty old then. God, he'd be like 100.
Hey, I mean,
what?
I mean, you never know.
We're all going to be there. Hopefully, I'd like to be nice and old, but.
Well, crap. What was his name?
Oh, the old guy?
Yeah. Soto or something.
That's it. Yep, Soto.
So yeah. Something like that, yeah.
It'd
be nice to have him back. It'd be nice, maybe he'll, teach Danny again. Well, not again, but teach him, I don't know.
So
maybe help him with Miguel, something like that.
Was Soto's son the Chozen guy? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Oh, no, that was his nephew. Yeah.
Because that would have been good.
Oh man.
Well, why go back to Okinawa? Like, if you can't have the old guy's nephew,
Yeah, I know. It doesn't really make sense.
Sato, yeah, Sato. And then the nephew was chosen. And
that's not the actor's name. I thought that was the actor's name. I was like,
me too.
Sato was played by Danny Kamakona. And he is dead.
Oh shit. Well, that's not gonna happen.
His ghost will appear.
And so, I mean, for those who are watching, I don't mean to laugh at somebody being dead, but I was kind of, I don't know, I guess I was kind of half expecting him to be still alive.
Well, I said ancient, to be fair.
But he died on May 2nd of 1996. So he's been gone for a while.
Sheesh.
And let's see. No, all right, somebody do the math for me here. He was born in 1935. So
35. Man, it's 65 years to the year 2000. That's 65 years. So 2000. Oh, when he died in 96? You're trying to find out?
Yeah.
In 96 minus 4, so that's 62 years old.
So he was actually still kind of young.
Hey James, say hi to James, guys.
Hola, amigo.
Hello.
Damn, that sucks. Oh man.
Let's see. Chozen was played by Mr. Yuji. That's Yuji. Yuji. Okumoto. Okumoto. And he is 60. He's 60 years old.
He looked younger than Johnny.
Well, the pictures that they're throwing up on Google, he still looks pretty good. Which hell, Ralph Macchio is 57.
Yeah, he's in his 50s, bro.
Well, yeah, but he's closer to 60. You know, I mean,
he looks great.
And William Zabka is, Johnny Lawrence. He's 54.
I'm telling you, 60 is the new 40.
Well, I hope so.
I'm almost 50, so that's the new 30. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah.
Oh man!
Like Miguel and all them are like little teenagers. Damn it.
Yeah. So since we're talking ages and birthdays, my 49th is going to be next Saturday.
Sweet. Congrats, man. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
You see, the way I see it is you get the week before your birthday to build it up, and then you get the week after, like, for still all of that. The whole 2 weeks is part of your birthday. That's just the way I live it. So happy birthday.
Thank you. I wouldn't mind dialing it back a little bit, but
oh man,
I could tell you what breaking scientific discoveries are going on, but we'd change the show dramatically.
Yeah.
So,
Mr. Miyagi, Mr. Noriyuki Pat Morita, we lost him back in 2005.
Yeah.
Dang.
So if if Daniel goes to Okinawa and meets anyone, it's going to be chosen.
That makes the most sense.
Chosen, or the girl that he was dating in that one.
Yeah.
Which would really be weird because Amanda LaRusso laid down the law, about no more karate. And then now they're talking about having Allie come back. And then Daniel's like, screw it all. I'm going to leave and go see Holy Chit or whatever her name was.
Well, the young lady that was in Karate Kid 2 was
the redhead?
Kamiko. No, that was Karate Kid 3, I think.
Oh, my bad.
That was part 3, yeah.
Kamiko, really? That was her name?
The character's name was Kamiko. Yeah.
That's weird.
The actress's name is Tamlin Tomita.
Well, there's another show I'm watching, and I can't remember what it is. And it has some of the actors, or at least one actor from the Karate Kid show, Cobra Kai. And this actor is hanging out with a girl named Kimiko. Yeah. Oh, I think it's The Boys. The Boys. Yeah. There's an actor.
But
Kimiko Burrito.
And she's 50. She's 54. So, but she doesn't look it.
Now they all look really good for their age. A bunch of karate will get you looking good.
Right.
It's a shame we don't live near each other. We could take karate together.
Right.
I'm already an expert, but I'll show you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So So Allie Mills, Miss Elizabeth Shue, she is a vivacious 56 years old.
Ba-ba-boom.
Mm.
No, seriously, she does look great. Saw her in The Boys, and she looks amazing. Hard to believe. Vivacious. Ba-ba-boom.
And she's a nice fun take home size too at 5'2".
Yeah.
Take home size.
I was just seeing her like literally the other day on the show. You know, I was like, damn, she's short. So that's cool.
Yeah, it says that the gal that played Kamiko is also being shown at 5'2".
Oh, Daniel's got.
What about the redhead?
The redhead, Miss Robin Lively. Yes, she is a sister of Blake Lively. For those who don't know, who is married to Mr. Ryan Reynolds.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the Karate Kid 3 gal is now Deadpool's sister-in-law.
Sweet. Also, Green Lantern's sister-in-law.
And she's like the baby so far. She's only 47.
Oh wow!
Oh, that's my age.
But she's gigantic compared to the other two at 5'8".
Aw.
So.
Oh man, that's weird. 5'2", 5'2", 5'8". Like, what's going on?
But
yeah, but that relationship only lasts one movie, right?
Yeah, she didn't, and which Daniel kind of talks about that in one of the episodes in the second season when he was when he walked into Sam, doing her karate exercises.
Yeah.
When she was by herself, and he's like, and she was talking about the breakup with Miguel or whatever, and he's like, well, there was this girl and then this girl and then there was another girl and so
karate.
So yeah, but I was like, boy, he's referencing all the movies right there. But let's see yeah, I already said that Chosen was 60 years old, but he's 6 foot tall.
Well, I found some pretty cool information about season 3. I'm not going to read all of it, but I'm going to say that Daniel will head to Okinawa, Mr. Miyagi's hometown, a place where they traveled together in The Karate Kid Part 2. Additionally, it's been teased that more will be revealed about the origins of both Miyagi's and Cobra Kai's martial arts philosophies, which ties directly to Daniel's Okinawa excursion. That sounds pretty interesting. It turns out the Cobra Kai and the Miyagis have been fighting like the Hatfields and McCoys for years and years. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it, goes back to the war.
It could.
Whichever, what war did Kreese participate in? And so wasn't it Vietnam?
Yeah, it was Vietnam. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? I mean, maybe Mr. Miyagi had like a younger brother that we didn't know about or something or another. I don't know. Maybe he could still be there somewhere floating around.
A good writer could do that because the actors are so good and the directors are doing such a good job. I think I'd be okay with it as long as the writing was good.
Yeah.
So I got I got back up to season episode 8 is what my my cue is telling me. So I rewatched the first 7 episodes of season 2.
Nice.
It's cool. I need to do that too, actually.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, I love watching Cobra Kai.
I got to tell you, the thing I'm most interested in is definitely Amanda, and because she told him, man, no more karate, Daniel. Like, okay, you win. And then big epic fails for both senseis. Like big epic fails. Like they both totally screwed up.
Oh yeah, because that big fight, she's gonna blame on him no matter what. I mean, you know, you're going around teaching these kids, and now they're out using it at school.
Literally.
It'd be no different if anyone else taught them. You know, I mean, it's like in a way, it's just what the kids are into now. You know, it'd be no different if Danny and Johnny were skateboarders and they're teaching these kids to skateboard and they're all getting broken arms and stuff.
Well, sure. But see, Danny, if Daniel wasn't going to do it, but Johnny's the one that started it. And, he started the dojo. And so what? If Daniel hadn't started it, they'd all be Cobra Kai. And then nobody would, then there'd be a bunch of bullies with nobody to defend against it.
That's not true. Johnny was teaching, give mercy. For a while, he wasn't like, up until the end of the first season, he was teaching no mercy. But second season, he started teaching, give mercy and stuff.
That's
it was
true.
Because his dumb ass let Kreese back in that it all went shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he started learning, and then it went to shit again.
Friggin' crazy. He just crept his way in and just, yeah.
Ever since I was 12 years old, I wanted to punch John Kreese so hard.
The no mercy no mercy thing is kind of what helped Kreese turn some of the students against Johnny, because that when that one episode where he walks in and they're like in the back room, and Kreese, revealed to him that, it's like, well, now the landlord gave me your lease, and so, now I'm, I really am in charge, and yada yada, and Hawk, I don't know if it was just him talking, but anyway, Hawk and was like, it was your mercy, your teaching of mercy that ended, that got Miguel put in the hospital.
Yeah.
Because he could have, he could have freaking, at least knocked Robbie out, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't, and then Robbie, gave it that one last, hiya, and there goes Miguel over the railing.
But now Miguel's going to have the force and be able to fight people blind. It's going to feel like he has a superpower, and then Robbie's going to be all jealous. I'm guessing.
Do you think Miguel will see it the same way as Hawk does? Like, because he gave mercy, now, he's in the hospital. Do you think he could possibly turn his back on Johnny as well?
I mean, he might, initially.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that I think ultimately he'll end up going whatever direction, Johnny is,
You think Miguel will go with Johnny?
Yeah, the kid's got a lot of loyalty.
He switched to Daniel, right? So and what's Daniel going to do? Daniel's going to go to him in the hospital, and then he's going to see Johnny, and they're almost going to fight in the hospital or something. I don't know. I'm guessing. Just guessing. But I'm trying to put together the story for Daniel and how that affects Miguel versus Johnny, who was just 5 seconds from reaching Robbie. You know, they're starting to reach him.
Yeah.
I think Johnny reaches out and goes to try and find Robbie. Personally, that's just
I don't think he's gonna have to find him. They're like together now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch that those last 3 episodes. 'Cause like I remember Johnny being in the hospital and looking in on Miguel, and kind of having a little bit of a breakdown or whatever.
yeah.
But like I don't remember Robbie like running away from anything or anybody, whatever. Because like I said, I remember seeing Robbie and Johnny in Johnny's apartment. So.
Oh, I'm not trying to be right or anything like that. I'm just saying that right then when he did that to Miguel, he knocks him and he flies over the edge and whacks his head on the stairs or whatever, and then he looks like, holy shit, what did I do? And then he runs. You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't see him after that. Then we went to the hospital, and then we saw Johnny. What was it? Yeah, he went to Cobra Kai, and then he was at the beach. We didn't get to see Robbie after this big school fight.
Yeah, he threw his drink at the car or whatever.
Yeah, which was just wrong. He just got that thing done.
And it was beautiful.
I know, right? I was just like, don't leave the car. Leave the phone, not the car.
Yeah.
The phone, not the car. Just get it repainted. Like, just get it repainted. That's all you got. Oh my gosh, I was so upset.
For real, man.
You would have thought I paid for that thing. Like, seriously.
You see a car that nice, it's like, oh my god. You don't
only in television that they treat it like that.
Right? It was probably some 1985 Pontiac chassis with a freaking Charger-looking Challenger, whatever it was, shell on it. So they're like, oh, it don't matter, man. Throw it at it. Like, dude, I can't, man. Just do it, man. You ready? Take 80.
That's just like his Pontiac Firebird. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing went ablaze. It was on fire.
You really feel for the guy. See, that was our age group, Shellback. So you had to be in love with that car a little bit, no?
Yeah.
He must have went somewhere.
But my grandfather, he had one, and I used to sit in it all the time saying that this is going to be my car someday.
Oh, dude, my first car was a 77 Camaro, a 308. So it was a V6, but a really powerful one.
Nice.
Had a right rear wheel slip differential. Holy shit, man. When that thing, it might as well have been a V8. It really honestly should have. I didn't know what I had, bro. I didn't realize what I had. I miss it so much. I really do. One day, like I had just gotten it. Here I am, this like doofus ass 16-year-old kid. My cousin's in the car. I'm like, hey, dude, check this out. And there was this road thing, like where they put them up when there's like someone digging in a freaking sewer or something. Those little, like when you put two cards next to each other and you make them stand up, whatever that shape is. And so I just swooped over to the side to sideswipe it. In my brain, I'm thinking like the movies, it'll just explode. And I'll be like, yeah. No, that didn't happen at all. It like cracked open the grill of the car. I was like, God damn. Yeah, I had to work for like 5 months to get that fixed. But I learned a big lesson. Yeah. It was a beautiful car. It was a beautiful car.
Oh man.
It was like a deep blue. Holy.
Oh man.
Yeah, nice. But I mean, you know, we learn, and that's not one of the 6 wrecks I've been in. That was just a side thing. That doesn't count at all. Yeah, and not all those wrecks were my fault. I literally ran into the back of somebody looking at a girl. I literally did that. It was a rainy day, and to be fair, I had enough time to stop, but I went into like a slide on the, like a hydroplane. Yeah. I don't even to this day remember what she looks like. Because as soon as I hit, I was like, what happened?
Oh my God.
On my way to senior pictures, I hit a semi.
What?
Yeah, it was coming off the road, off the freeway, and it was a brand new. This is 1992, so we had MapQuest, but we had one of those dot matrix printers that were like, 8 hours, and you got this long ass map with paper. So I was dealing with that in my passenger seat, dressed in a suit for my senior pictures, and they had put a new stoplight there for the highway, but I forgot. It was only 3 days old, and I forgot. And so here I am. I looked down to grab my map, and I figured I'm about to go through that intersection, but I knew, nope, there was a big semi coming off. I hit him in his front wheels, and it was at a slope, so my car kept rolling into the wanted to roll back into it. So his next set of wheels lifted my car up off the ground because it rolled over my hood.
Oh, man.
My back end is like 4 feet off the ground, 3 feet, something like that. I'm freaked out. I can't get out of the car. There's like radiator shit going everywhere. It was creepy. Obviously, I lived, but yeah.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, now it's funny. So there was the blue Camaro, and then there was I had a Mitsubishi Starion, which was a really sweet ride, man. And I had it for 2 months, and I pulled out of the school parking lot. I'm sitting there waiting on the buses to come out on the other side of the corner that I turned, and this dude in a truck jacked up, 10 miles high, yeehaw, just comes plowing into the back of me, no brakes or anything. It totaled that car. So, I mean, they're not all my fault. But,
Oh, man.
I don't know why I'm talking about wrecks. We were talking about cars, and it made me think about it all, I guess.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Yeah. Yeah. They're scary. They're very scary situations. But
yeah.
I got spun around once. That one was my fault. So I was going to turn across incoming traffic, but it was 2 lanes on my side and 2 lanes on that side. And the guy closest to me going the opposite direction, he stops and he goes, go ahead. I didn't think about the lane beside him, that someone might be coming. I assumed that he knew no one was coming. So go ahead, buddy. Man, I pulled through there and it caught the back end of my truck and I spun like a clock, dude. All the way to the gas station. And out of the back end of my truck, my spare tire flew out and started bouncing. I could see it as I was spinning. I was like, what is that?
What is that?
That's the first thought,
I was thinking more of my fucking tire.
Yeah. And it hit another lady's car, bounced off of it, and then rolled like a penny to a stop,
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It went like, you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And her car wasn't even, it was rubber on her bumper. It didn't do nothing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank God.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it could have flew into the gas station, like literally in the door or something, because they had a little garage there that could have went in. Didn't. Knowing my luck, and thank God it didn't happen, but some mechanic would have been working on some car up in the air, and the tire would have flew in there and hit like a lever, and the car would have went blam. Holy shit. Whew.
Final Destination.
Final Destination show right there. You remember, was it Final Destination 2 where they had the plane wreck? The big plane went down or was about to go down, and they got everybody off the plane, but then it went down anyway?
That's the first one.
Is that the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. So between that and this channel I'm going to tell you about, check out a channel called The Flight Channel. That's all I'm going to say. Check it out. It's about real airline flights and everything from the moment everyone boards all the way until it goes down and why and what happened from the pilot's seat. And it's trippy. There's ones about UPS flights and like, anyway, I know I shouldn't, it's not healthy to watch these things and then be like, someone one day is going to be like, hey, we got to go to Boston. You ready? I mean, I'm not fucking getting on no fucking plane because it's a really intense channel. But it's interesting too, you know, it's really interesting to see the subtle things and why planes go down. Of course, you'll never want to fly again. I'm never going to fly again, ever, at all.
Oh, man.
But it's a neat channel nonetheless. I know it's hard to believe I say all that, but but yeah. Hey, Shellback, where you go, man? You know me. All I'm good at is taking us completely away from the subject.
No, I'm here. I'm just clicking through some of those last three episodes. Trying to find, you know, stuff.
Dude, you know a lot more than I do. I've got to rewatch them, and the only thing I really remember was the very end.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I remember.
I mean, I was like, I'm on the last episode right now, you know, and like you were saying, like, you know, the fight at the school or whatever it was, and then they, you know, Miguel goes over the railing and then Robbie takes off.
Yeah.
And which I don't know. I mean, it's got to be one other episode that I was thinking of or something where, you know, that Robbie and Johnny are, you know, kind of reunited, living back in the same spot, which I might be coming up on it. I don't know.
It's like the night. That's familiar. The night before they get in the fight in Johnny's apartment. Is that right? Is that?
Yeah.
Like they hang out or something.
But like right now, you know, the like they were just at the hospital, and Johnny and Daniel got into the same elevator.
Okay.
But then they cut to Johnny coming back to the dojo, and like he's about to walk into the back room, and where Hawk is like, you know, Johnny, you know,
hey man,
Johnny could die, and you know, if he does, you know, it's your fault because, you know, you started preaching, you know, the no mercy crap. And
that's a good scene. They really write them so well. And these guys, they're not held back, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I love Cobra Kai. It's just, it's perfect. It's perfect. It really is. Oh, man. So I think that should do it for this episode of the Dojo. You know, want to be able to save up any other discussions that we could have for next week. You guys want to do this next week?
Yeah.
Shellback, what about you? Next week?
Yeah, I mean, I'm up for whatever, I suppose. I mean, if I can't make it, I'll say so, but yeah.
All right, cool. So next week, I'm going to be wearing a hippo outfit. You wear a bunny, and Flip, you want to be a panda?
Yeah, sure.
No, I want to be the panda.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, leave me as a
Have to
freaking
fight
bunny.
over panda then. I want to be a hippo.
All right, fine. I'll tell you what. I'll be a zookeeper.
Oh man.
Animals in line, filthy animals. Perhaps we'll have a little bit more news by then.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when the last season premiered? I feel like it was September or October. Does that sound right?
No, it's usually around springtime, like May, April, I think, something like that. I think it was May the last time it came out.
That sounds familiar.
Well, the it says April 23rd, 2019. So it was earlier last year.
Yeah. Yeah, April for season 2, season 1. When did that air? In May.
Okay.
Yeah, May 2nd, 2018.
Because I Googled like season 3 release date for Cobra Kai, and it just, I don't find it anywhere. They use it as clickbait.
It's in the scroll in the ancient temple.
I want the knife.
Please.
Please.
Oh man, I love that movie.
That is Golden Child all day.
Oh man. Well, YouTubers, that concludes this episode of the Dojo, the reopening of the Dojo. Next week, we will reconvene. And, well, I would like for the other two senseis to plug their channels if they'd like. Either one of you guys want to plug your channel?
Go ahead.
Well, I haven't really been doing a whole lot with mine. Like I said, I got the college thing going on, and so I'm trying to give that priority. So I did make a few. I don't know, let me put this on pause because I can't listen to that and talk at the same time. Apparently. Excuse me. Yeah, I had Cobra Kai playing in the background. Well, it was like the towards the end of the episode, and it's like a freaking montage or whatever, and so they're like playing "Cruel Summer" from back in the day.
Still a good song.
Anyway, right? So I bought this Star Wars calendar, like one of those ones that they only show like one day at a time, and you peel the pages away, as you go.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started doing some videos on that, each day, because they have like a picture and a little blurb talking about the picture, and they're from like all the different movies and stuff. And so I got, I don't know, like the first 7 or 8 days of the year, and then got caught up, with school, going back to school again.
Yeah.
And homework and yada yada. So I'm like, it's like February now, and I only got like the first week of January covered. But so like I'm gonna have to kind of like do them in bulk, I guess, and try and get caught back up. Do like at least 3 or 4 days at a time, and put out some videos on that. But other than that, I really haven't done a whole lot of new content for my channel. But it is just the way it shows right here, Shellback TJC, and it's the same for Twitter. So yeah.
Well, whatever you do it in a way that it's fun for you. That's the part that matters. The
Yeah.
moment you do it because it's a chore, people can tell. And then, so just have fun with it. And what you're doing is more important anyway.
Yeah.
It's true. I took like 5 months off there myself, so totally get it. But I'm back. Sort of. I'm just handling too much though. But y'all know my channel. It's just opinion comedy, criticizing and praising entertainment, movies, video games, comics, etc. Just drop some comments and let us know what you're flipped out about. Yes.
So follow and subscribe these two wonderful senseis, or you will get an uppercut to the gut. And I will also be hiding in your bushery.
That sounds wrong on so many levels, but
it's supposed to. Okay, it's supposed to.
Do something.